to make sure that, hey, it's all about the next play. And it's that windshield theory. It's more important to see where you're going and where you came from. And so we've talked a lot about that. We talk about it daily. At the same point, we're going to kick it off 7:30. I believe it's 7:30 Saturday night. It's 7 o'clock Saturday night. We'll be there, and he'll be ready. Again, he's excited about this. He now knows what to expect. So I'm excited to watch him and Andre and those guys. These guys put a lot of hard work in, and as has Auburn. So it's two great opponents going after each other. I think it's going to be a great venue.
What do you say to Clemson fans who see Taj's interception numbers during the scrimmages and they're concerned about that? What's your sort of?
Well, some of a lot of it was in situational, whether it be the last play of game or what. I mean, that's obviously those things we talk about that in meeting rooms and understanding where to go with the football. Learning from it. That's it is what it is. When we get out there and practice, that's when we put him in those situations. That's when we put the pressure on him to see how he's going to respond. And so I think you'll find Taj. If you remember back last year with Taj was at his best when he was just playing and he wasn't trying to do too much. And now being a veteran player, Taj has got to understand that not every play is going to score. Not every play is designed to score. It's his job to manage the game and move the chains. And that's whether with his feet, with his eyes, with his arm, whatever it may be, manage the game and move the chains. And nobody cares how you got your team in the end zone, but get them in the end zone. And so I think that's extremely important, and that's things we've talked about. But to see him and the fall camp that he had this year, I'm excited about watching Taj and being out there to let him run it.
Does he come back as a lot more potent of a running threat than he was at the end of the last season?
Most definitely. He's obviously got his way down, and has done a good job running the football. But again, it's about managing the game and moving the chains, and that's you keep those sticks moving with your feet, your eyes, your arm, whatever it is. So yes, that's something he's done a good job of this fall camp, being able to be more elusive.
You see the roles shaking out behind Andre.
I think you're going to see. I think you'll see both DJ and Hot Rod in there. Zach Brooks will play. How much I don't know, but he'll definitely get to play. He's the bigger back of all of them. Hot Rod has probably had the of all the running backs in the growth from the spring into the fall camp. Hot Rod has been impressive. He's really earned a lot of the trust in the coaching staff and learned a lot of the trust in his teammates. So I think that's with the tempo that we play at, you're going to have to play them. You're going to have to, and we expect to be one of the fastest teams in the country. I mean, as far as getting the ball off, and that's just what we do. And so.
Ideally, would Taj be your second leading rusher, or would you rather be one of those other guys?
No, I'd rather be those other guys. But we want to make sure that Taj makes is able to again move the chains with his feet or his eyes, whatever it is.
With the pistol, do you feel like that takes more pressure off the offensive line? Does it give them any
well, I mean, we talked about the pistol during the off season and during fall camp, and it's a it's a formation to us, yeah. And it has helped the offensive line out in that regard. We're not exclusive pistol, but we've run a little bit, and we'll we're still going to run our hip stack alignments. But yeah, I think it just gives a mix up and just a change up for those guys.
Sorry if it's already been asked, but who are two guys on their defense that when Taj comes to the line of scrimmage, you better know where they're at?
Well, I think there's several of those guys. I think all four. You better know where all them guys up front are. I think there's probably as good a defensive front as we've seen. The two defensive ends are extremely athletic, speed rush guys. they're sound in the secondary. So there's not really one or two guys that you know. I mean, we got our keys and all that, but definitely up front, those guys are very athletic, and they're back. They were so young last year. And, a couple of them were injured and didn't get to play a whole lot, but they definitely are. I know they're extremely excited about their defensive front. I do know that. But, so.
Can you talk about Cole Stout and how much better a backup he is this year?
Well, Cole has done coming out of spring. Cole was it was a wide open battle. Came into entering fall camp. We felt like it was Cole and Morgan to battle through, and we knew Chad was coming in. You get into fall camp, and Cole wins the job. He wins it outright at the number 2 job. Had a good camp. Still got a lot of things he's got to improve on. Morgan's obviously a guy in there. Chad Kelly's still a guy that we hope we don't have to use Chad. But Chad is the ability to push them all. And so that's always promising. It's just making sure we keep Chad with that edge that he has and has had since he's gotten here. So, I think, I know Chad's going to travel with us, and our plans are not to play him, but I do think that he's a guy that's going to continue to grow and to be put in some roles where, if in fact we had to have him, he would be ready. But Cole is a guy that has earned the number 2 job and has done a good job with it. So we'll see.
Is your hope to still not have to use Humper?
Yes. Yeah. And it's the same type of deal like with Chad. Unless it's just unforeseen circumstance, we have to put him in.
Will Chad travel to every away game this season? Because they did that with Taj, I guess, before you.
Yeah. We want to get him in there and get him used to game day. We'll get him used to the meetings and get him ready.
You mentioned Kalon. How many of your 2s on the O-line do you anticipate feeling confident in using?
Well, I think Kalon is one of them. You're going to have to use, and Shaq Anthony's had a good. Started out with a really good fall camp. Kind of like most young kids, they'll hit a wall. He hit a wall, but he's a guy that we feel confident in, so that's kind of what we're on.
Norton as well.
Pardon me.
Norton as well. He'd be.
Yeah, Ryan Norton's another one. I should have mentioned Ryan. Ryan has we've moved Ryan from center. He's had some center and some guard work, and so he's a young man that we obviously would feel very confident in using. Ryan's a guy that we feel like very well could eventually wind up being in our top 5 before it's over with, but right now he's not there.
All set.